Let's begin with another developing story. The City of Johannesburg wrapped up its council meeting this afternoon, electing chairpersons for various committees. But it was not without drama. The ANC, EFF and other opposition parties insisted that the process was flouted and against council rules. Now, SABC News reporter Abongile Dumako joins me in studio and was watching these proceedings closely throughout the day. Now, Abongile, finally, the City of Johannesburg Council elected the committee chairpersons, but it was not easy, was it?
Certainly. Good evening to you, Bongiwe. There was a lot of drama that we've seen unfold out of that City of Johannesburg Council. Not anything entirely new, because the last two consecutive council meetings have had to be postponed because of the fact that there was a lot of uneasiness when it comes to councillors from the EFF, the ANC and the smaller opposition parties saying that they're actually not happy with the processes of electing the chairperson of chairpersons, the chairpersons of the different committees that serve under the City of Johannesburg Council, saying that they were actually going to withdraw from that process. But unfortunately, with the last council meeting, which was last week, the council still corrected and they were able to elect the chairperson of chairpersons. Same thing applied today. The ANC withdrawing and of course the EFF withdrawing from the nomination, but they were able to nominate those 16 out of the 17 committee chairpersons. But Mpopaladze, the Johannesburg mayor, had this to say about what we've seen unfold at the City of Johannesburg.
3 council meetings later, finally we have managed to elect our chair of chairs and our chairpersons of Section 79 committees. It's really a victory for democracy. In a democratic city, you've got a government and you have an opposition, and the role of the opposition is to do oversight on the role of the executive. Today we can finally constitute our Section 79 committees with their chairpersons to do oversight on the work of the executive.
She says it's a victory for democracy. After 3 sittings, things are already starting to get underway, but the opposition parties are not taking this one lying down.
They're not taking it lying down, Bongi. Actually, like we've seen transpire with all those disruptions that we've seen EFF singing constantly as the process of electing those committee chairpersons was unfolding. A lot of disruption we've seen as well from the minority parties led by Margaret Arnolds, of course the ANC not backing down as well. But Mpopaladze again describing that as a sign of the fact that they are showing defeat. She's saying that for the first and the second council meetings which have had to be postponed, she's seen worse. Today was actually quite a bit of a quiet day compared to those previous 2 council meetings that have had to be collapsed due to the fact that there was a lot of chaos, saying that political parties that are in council, all members of that council, more than 200, they must just accept the fact that they've been defeated on the opposition benches, and they must just continue to do their oversight role as opposition parties to what the DA-led coalition is doing in as far as service delivery is concerned. Let's hear her once more explaining what we've seen transpire in the opposite benches of the council.
Judging from where we started to where we are today, I'd say it's already starting to quieten down. The first meeting was a lot more volatile than what we're seeing here today. They're singing peacefully today. We understand defeat. We process differently, and this is how they're processing their defeat. And I suppose we must give them the space to do so. At the end of the day, we're just happy that they allowed the work of council to proceed.
Well, but Abongile, she says this is how they process their defeat, but I guess some of them are now threatening court action. Who's going where and what are they complaining about?
Margaret Arnolds is amongst those councillors who are actually saying that they are going to court to challenge the process of electing the chairperson of chairpersons, the process of electing the committee chairpersons, about 17 of them, saying that it's flawed, it's been flouted. Vasco da Gama, Speaker of Council, didn't follow proper procedures in as far as that is concerned. So they're actually feeling that as councillors in the City of Johannesburg, they are being overlooked because of the fact that they are in the opposition parties. So they're saying that the only way to actually sort this out is to approach the courts, which again, Mpopaladze, the mayor of the City of Johannesburg, saying that it would be just a waste of resources. Let's listen in.
We're very happy for them to approach the courts because we know they will not succeed in court. There is no flouting of rules that has happened. The EFF and the ANC and their partners withdrew their nominations, willfully so. Nobody asked them to do it. And the meeting continued. We had quorum when the withdrawal happened. The Speaker spoke into the record that what needs to happen is for him to just ratify those nominations that remain uncontested. And that's exactly what happened today. So if they want to go and waste resources, waste time, they're free to do so. But they will not change what happened here today.
Judging by the sound of that, it looks like it's still a long way to go before there's some peace restored to the Joburg Council, because now there's talk of court action, and I don't know, one really wonders when actually the work is going to be and to begin and get underway. But thank you so much for that, Abongile. That's SABC News reporter Abongile Dumako, who was bringing us the very latest from that Johannesburg Council.